Hi and welcome back to Who Are They? My name is Sam Teller, and with me today I have Bridget Guy. She is a pole vaulter who this past spring scored as an All-American at the national meet and also scored as the top ACC finisher in the pole vault. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for
You're
having
welcome. You've had a very successful progression throughout your career here, which is evident as your top All-American place last spring. What do you attribute to being able to progress so well?
I think a lot of my success is thanks to Coach Wilson. He has taught me a lot about the pole vault and why you do certain things a certain way. And so I think it's a combination of things as well. Like, we have great teammates, great training staff, just the whole package. And I think the biggest thing too is that Wilson has been pretty patient with me, because sometimes I feel like I'm a late bloomer. I don't get things right away. But yeah, I think just having the patience and knowing that he believes in me has helped me a lot in my success. Yeah.
That's great. And pole vaulting is a pretty unique sport. How did you get started in pole vault?
So I was a gymnast up until my freshman year in high school. And so there was a couple girls ahead of me in middle school and in high school who were pole vaulters, and so I just kind of followed in their footsteps because they were also gymnasts. And I was strong and I had a lot of body awareness, so the coaches were like, you need to try pole vault. When I was in 7th grade, that was the first year we were allowed to do school sport, so yeah, I just gave it a shot.
Cool. That's an interesting gymnast. Yeah.
They say there's a lot of correlation between the high bar event in gymnastics and pole vault, so
I can see it. Now, what is the scariest part of pole vault? To me, falling like 15 feet, 14 feet down onto your back seems pretty scary. Like, you can't even see where you're falling, so is that the scariest part, or is there other parts?
I don't think so. That part happens so fast. You're up and down back on the mat before you even know. But I think for me personally, the scariest part is taking off, is actually leaving the ground. Because if you're on a big pole and you're late, you're going to be under, or the pole, you run the risk of not rolling the pole completely into the mat, so it could just stall out. And that puts you pretty much over the box, which, normally you're pretty safe, but I think just from like a mental perspective, it can be scary.
Sure. Yeah. I would imagine so. The whole thing seems scary to me. So.
Yeah.
You mentioned being kind of a late bloomer. What do you find is the hardest part? That it just takes a while to get some type of technique down, or anything else?
I think I just had some bad habits. I do have some bad habits that we're still trying to work on, and they've gotten a lot better since I've gotten here, and obviously I've progressed in numerous ways, but I don't know, I think like that's my own classification of myself. I feel like I'm late to the game sometimes in progressing, because there are a bunch of girls in the field that are jumping a lot higher than I am, and have been jumping at a higher height for a longer time, and I'm just now entering into that. But yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a good answer. And so you're a grad student now, and you are kind of coming up to the end of your time here. What are your aspirations post-collegiately? Are you trying to continue competing in pole vault?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, that's like the most popular question everybody asks me. Are you going to keep jumping?
I'm sure it's kind of hard to answer. But
yeah, it is kind of hard to answer because I'm not totally confident in how it works post-collegiately, but it is something that's in the back of my mind and that I'm striving to. I'd love to go to the Olympics. I'd love to give it a shot post-collegiately. So I'm going to give it my all this season, and hopefully it'll work out in my favor, and I'll be able to continue to train post-collegiately. But yeah, so that's the goal. That's where we're headed.
Well, I hope we see you at the Olympics just next year.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome. And then the final question is, what advice do you have for people that are watching this that want to get into pole vaulting or want to have such a great progression as you?
This sounds cliche, but don't give up, because if you have a dream and if you want to jump and you want to be a pole vaulter, then I think you have to do it. You have to go out there and know in yourself that you can do it, and if you go out there and work hard every day, then no one can really stop you.
All right. Well, Bridget, thank you for being on this week's episode of Who Are They? Good luck as you head to nationals next week, and then hopefully post-collegiately.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bloopers! Oh my gosh.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. How's my hair? Libby, secretary?
It looks great.
Yeah?
How do you hold this?
Yeah.
down low.
Okay.
Okay, real?
She's a producer.
Don't hold your microphone that awkward, Kristen. You're like,
Are my legs in it?
No.
Okay.
Thank God. Look what I'm wearing.
Look, I have half
is-
work clothes on and half not.
Did you know these used to be James's?
Oh my God, that's weird.
All right, sorry.
James is my boyfriend.
that's so funny.
Anyway, I
Wait.
didn't wear them for that specific purpose.
This is
I was just
You guys are
comfortable.
entertaining. This is
funny.
Hi, Who Are They fans. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Who Are They. We'll be putting out more Who Are They videos every Saturday at 12 p.m. So you can subscribe here or watch last week's video here to find out more about the UVA track and field team. Thanks, and see you next week.